This is Steve.
This is Jeremy.
We're the Alabama Gamers, and we're here to bring you some, well, not a whole lot of news, but we've got a little stuff for you to watch. You know, something to entertain you for a little while, maybe a couple minutes. So first up, we've got the drop.
The drop.
All right, so, you know, as always, we're going to bring you the PlayStation drop. Last week, there was a game that kind of come out of nowhere. Everybody started playing it, and it's got a 9 out of 10. It's Hellblade. So, you know.
Looks good.
So
looks really, really good.
Check that out if you missed last week's drop. I mean, everybody's loving it. I'm going to check it out this week myself. So what do we got coming out on this week?
So on PS4 and digital, we have 3D mini golf, right? Doesn't really necessarily look like my thing.
Now, I wish they'd do a virtual reality golf. Now they have one, but it's a kind of a golf builder thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But that would be cool because you got the move sticks. You could use it on. I mean. But I guess the headset, when you swing, is probably going to be your issue.
Yeah.
Because you got that cord in the way. So, PlayStation, work on that. Get the cord out of the way.
Next one up is Agents of Mayhem. It's a digital release, but it's got a retail version as well. It's a third-person action shooter by the folks that make Saints Row. As a matter of fact, if you pre-order it from GameStop, you can get one of the fellas from Saints Row as a playable character. So,
have you played the Saints Row game?
I have.
Yeah.
I played one of them.
They're pretty interesting. They're kind of funky.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The next one is Cities Skyline. It's a PS4 digital. What's that remind you of? Just look at it.
SimCity. I mean, just looking at it,
it's a SimCity, rip off.
I mean, did anybody play the SimCity on Super NES? I mean, because I did. I spent a lot of hours.
I love it.
You build it, and then you send in Godzilla to destroy it all.
Well, I would take my series very seriously.
Oh no!
I would let it run while I was at school, so that way I could build up my income or whatever. And just hope things didn't go south on me. Next one up is a PS4 digital release. It's called Dark Mystery, and it's a platformer. It's a puzzle platformer. Next one up is Defenders of Ekron. It's a PS4 digital release. It says it's a classic action shoot 'em up, so that's good. It's been a while since we had shoot 'em up. This one has dungeons, and it's a sci-fi experience. The next one up is Elisa's Hunt. How do you say that? Is that right?
That's how, or Illinois, I don't know.
All right, we're going to go with that. Anyway, it's a PS4 digital release. It says it's inspired by classic games like Crash and Metal Slug.
I was just thinking of Metal Slug when you was talking about shoot 'em up.
Really?
I mean, yeah, because Metal Slug's it's kind of the gold standard for like an old school arcade shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really good. You see a Metal Slug thing at arcade, play it. I mean, because you're gonna have fun for.
Is it at the arcade that we go to?
Well, yeah, we got.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll have to play it out next time. Next up is the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing 2. So, I don't know. They say it's the second version. I haven't played the first. They say you can jump in or out. So, I don't know. Probably won't play it, to be honest.
Yeah.
My backlog is really substantial.
I mean, when you start getting where we're at, where you've got so much work, I mean, you've got kids. I mean, your to-do pile just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's like comic books. It's so hard to read a new comic. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. Where it's like, all right, what am I going to actually read? Let me put these to the side, and maybe one day I might get to them. Same way with video games. I've had Dishonored 2 since the day it come out, and I've maybe halfway through it, and I jumped off of it for a while playing Justice. I'm fixing to jump back on it.
Yeah.
And Resident Evil 7.
Are you getting sick of Injustice yet?
A little bit. It's just kind of stale. So we need something to happen. So Ed Boon, you created a new story mode for the mobile version. How about a new story mode for us guys that spent that $100? I mean, because we paid $100, and after 6 months, it's kind of.
Yeah, you know what? And really, that $100 has left a $100 bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, was that really a smart move? I mean, they release. Oh, well, you get some extra characters. Well, that's fine, but was it really bad?
Would have been better if we'd waited, say next year when they come out with the Ultimate Edition.
For $25.
For $25, yeah.
Which is how I bought the first Injustice. Was a $20 Ultimate Edition, and it had everything. It was awesome.
The next Injustice, that could be what happens to me. I mean, I probably won't buy the new one. I don't know. I mean, they may come out and show me something that's like, oh my god, I got to get that. But if it's kind of more of the same, I might be like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until you got everything on there, and then I'm gonna come back. Yeah. I'll see them. What else? We can run off in tangents.
Yeah. Next up is Matterfall.
Oh, it's not Matterfall.
No, it's not
No, but
Matterfall.
come on, that's a good.
Too much cars for this guy.
Matterfall? No, just tomatoes just falling everywhere. You got to catch them in your little basket. Get them to the farmer's market.
Tomatoes falling from the sky, and then you running around and you trying to get the bread and the mayonnaise together.
Yeah, so you just get your little basket and you're catching it.
Like Burger Time.
Yeah,
you remember Burger Time with the stuff on?
$1 million right there. You can't steal it. That's copyright.
Mater sandwich. Mater sandwich.
Yeah, so.
Alright, next thing up is Nidhogg. It says your worm has returned must feed. Shred your garments and paint the walls with the flesh of your enemies. For one can only be worthy of sacrifice. Looks ridiculous. Not interested at all. I don't know who presents this material to PlayStation for the drop, but you think they do a little bit more work to make it look appealing? Does not look good. The next edition, the next game I'm super excited about is Night Trap. So, and I've been hearing about this a lot on the forums, but Night Trap is a movie that came out in '87, and then you fast forward like 5 years to like 92, I guess. It came out on Sega CD, and it was one of the very first FMV or full motion video games. So it was a video game. And
so did you have a Sega CD?
Oh no, my neighbor did.
So so he was one of the 3 people.
One of the 4 people, yes. So it has like a little television in the game, and in the game is actual real film footage. But this one is going to be awesome. It's the 25th anniversary, PlayStation 4. It's a digital, which really, really sucks. But guess what, fellas? If you don't like, fellas and ladies, if you don't like digital only, Limited Run is, which is a company that makes digital games, limited run editions like 3,000, 5,000. So they're going to do a physical version for you. So buy it quickly.
So you said it was based on an 80s horror movie?
87 horror movie, yes.
That's when all the best horror movies were made.
Absolutely.
In the 80s. I mean,
absolutely.
You got your late 70s and in the 80s. That's your prime horror movie.
All right.
There. So.
Surprise question of the day from Mr. Kilgore. Happens every episode. What's your favorite 80s horror movie?
Oh, it's got to be Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, yeah. Any one of them.
Mine is much more B scale. Silent Night, Deadly Night. You ever seen this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's one of the holiday movies.
Santa Claus. Oh, it's so good. So good. So, I think it's held up surprisingly well. Next one is The Observer. It's PS4 digital. The next one is Paranormal Activity.
And this is for our VR.
The Lost Soul for VR.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I need some VR stuff. I've run out.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I'm going to have to try it. I like the horror games, and I think the VR is a perfect thing.
Now we're getting to like Halloween.
Yeah,
It's going to get cold soon, and so I'm excited about that. Next one, Pillars of the Earth, PS4 digital. What do you think when you see that?
That is, what is that show? Titan? Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titan. See, it reminded me of Lord of the Rings. I don't know why.
Yeah, just the coloring of it, the way they got the tower in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Attack. If somebody correct me, but
it's based on.
I think it's Attack on Titan or something like that.
Ken Follett's bestseller. It's a series book. Next up, a big deal for some people, for all the nostalgia, extremely nostalgia driven, is Sonic Mania. It's a PS4 digital release. It's Sonic. It's 2D action. This one is in 60 frames per minute for those of you who have a PlayStation Pro and a true native 4K TV. You'll be able to enjoy Sonic in all its glory.
Now Sonic's just not retro, or nostalgia. My son loves Sonic. So
yeah.
He's 6, and I think they're trying to bring him for the kids on this kind of stuff.
I mean, it's him. I mean, you got Sonic, you got Crash, you got a lot of franchises
being rebooted, just like the movie.
Some are being. It's kind of like, see, Crash wasn't really rebooted. It was a mix of rebooted and refreshed. I guess refreshed is a new word. All right, and last up is lost my train. Tokyo 42 PS4 digital release. It's an isometric open world shooter. You get framed for a murder you didn't commit. It's interesting. Undertale is a PS4 PlayStation Vita cross-buy. It's a digital release. It's an old PC game that's been released for the PlayStation. Next up, Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. Don't know much about it. It says it's a new puzzler and it's animated story sections. So we'll see. We'll see. Nothing For me, nothing really big. I'm thinking about going back and playing Hellblade.
Yeah.
Sonic Mania. I never. Did you ever have a Sega?
Oh yeah, that's
See,
Sega.
I never had a Sega.
Oh, I loved it. First thing you get, of course, is Sonic. You get that, you play that, and then you start getting a little bit better. But you had to have Sega back when Mortal Kombat came out, because it's the only way you get the blood and fatalities.
So
Nintendo went away from it.
Yeah.
You had green spit on Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
On the Genesis, you got the blood. You put in the little code, bam, you're playing Mortal Kombat. And everybody realized, okay, we got to make Mortal Kombat 2. Let's just give it all to them. Yeah. So that's what happened there. Also, Eternal Champions, that was another one. Mm-hmm. They had a lot. At that time, fighters. That's what it was. Fighters were all the...
I just got stuck on...
Clay Fighters.
Yeah, Clay Fighters. I remember Clay Fighters.
There was one with dinosaurs. Primal Rage, I think is what it was. But a lot of those, yeah. So.
Huh. Okay. All right. Well, what's next?
While we're still on games, I think another thing for the VR, because this is one of the things that's kind of big, escape rooms. You've done an escape room.
I have.
So what would you think about a VR escape room? It's a puzzle game. So you're having to look around, you're finding stuff. I think that would be great.
That's an interesting concept.
When you read something on there that made me think of that, so I think that would be great. If there already is one, somebody hit me up and let me know in the comments.
Yeah.
Because I'll try it out, because I think that would be cool.
Okay.
Because it would demonstrate, you don't have to do a lot of action. You could do it to be like a point and click kind of thing.
Sure.
Where you're doing that. But yeah. So yeah, we'll move along. Next we've got let's see, Disney. You heard about this? They're leaving Netflix.
They are leaving Netflix.
And we've kind of read up on a little bit. It seems like all their property is going to go to their very own streaming system.
Which would be all the kids' movies.
Yeah.
All the kids' shows.
And they've been putting those on like really great. Like it's been awesome. Like,
Mona came this month, and before that there was something. And all the Marvel movies, so that interests us, obviously. All the Iron Mans and all that kind of stuff. But my real question is, do you think they're going to take the Netflix-only franchises?
Nah.
Which I know they can't take it from Netflix, but will they
stop making them?
No,
I don't think so. There's money there.
You don't think that Disney will try to reproduce it?
Nah, I think there's money there, and right now they have a core audience that if they go to a streaming... See, the streaming service for Disney would have been great 5 years ago. That would have been the ideal time to do it, but now you're a little bit late in the game. So what are you going to give us? Are you going to charge us for the streaming service? Because if you're going to charge us for the streaming service, well, I mean...
Are you in if they charge?
I can't be. I mean, it's just another one. I mean, I love Netflix, and Netflix is a big one. Now, I do have a Hulu and Amazon Prime, because the thing I love about Amazon Prime, which they get a lot of great content, and their shows are getting, they're getting a lot of great shows. You've got The Tick coming up. Going to check that out. There's one called Oasis. If you haven't watched it, it's and the way they do their pilot season, that's what Oasis is in the pilot season. They'll make a episode, and they just make the one episode, the pilot. All right. So if you watch that episode and you really like it, they can tell. Like you can rate it, but if you drop out early in it, so they can see and they can see what people really want. So that's a cool thing they're doing. But Disney getting late because everybody's seen these things, and a lot of the stuff like the comic book movies.
How many subscription services can you pay for? I mean,
what,
you got HBO. Some people have HBO Go. You got Netflix. You got Hulu. I mean, what else? What are the other big ones?
The Amazon.
ESPN. Does ESPN have a? Oh wait, no. ESPN.
They have their own app, but you can also get it on Sling. So that's another streaming service for Sling. I wouldn't call BingeWorld because that's so you can get some of your network stuff. You have some of your anime stuff.
But we actually read on this article, the article that was talking about Disney leaving, that Disney bought the part of ESPN that handled all their streaming.
Well, I think
that's how they're going to stream it. Yeah,
I think they own all that because it's all the same company, really. Because I'm pretty sure they own ABC and all that. I'm not sure. I mean. But I think that they don't own.
No, it was a company that they were contracted with, and they bought that company.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Disney owned ABC.
I'm sure they own ABC and ESPN, but they don't own the company that streams.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. I understand that.
So.
But I just don't think it's a great idea unless it's free. If it's free, because CW's done that. CW made their own app and said, "Hey, we're gonna just give you all this stuff." And if you give me that stuff and I have to watch a commercial, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
don't just fill it up and try to cut it right. Like that's the one thing I hate about Crackle. Yeah. Crackle's another free service, but I think they've got it where you can do a commercial free. But I don't want to do that because Crackle's stuff is not that great. Their big deal last year was they debuted Joe Dirt 2, which
Horrible.
Horrible. I found 5 minutes. That's all I can make.
Really?
It's bad.
It doesn't even have the same people?
Well, no, it's got David Spade in it. It has, I think Brittany Daniels may make an appearance, but like I said, I couldn't make it through much of it because it's just not, it was horribly bad.
Have you watched Sharknado?
Well, Sharknado was meant to be that way.
This was.
I think they, they wanted another Joe Dirt movie, but I don't think they when they made it, they're like, who are going to sell this, this turd to?
Yeah.
Craig was like, hey, we'll take anything.
I'll take a turd.
Yeah,
that's funny.
All those, I forgot where was it. I was talking about paid service. So if it's free and you're going to give me a commercial, that'd be okay.
Do you think that
now, if you want to do a free, well, here's the way they could do it. They could do a free app and a premium app. Okay, so in your free app, you get some of the shows, especially like the kids shows.
Yeah.
So if you start putting that on there, and maybe the free app you start moving stuff from the premium to the free app after maybe a year or so. Don't just take.
I mean, they do have a big body of water. If you think about
there's so much
all
stuff.
The Hannah Montanas and all the Mickey Mouse clubs, even the old stuff with like Jessica, Brittany.
And just today, we were watching DuckTales, the brand new episode.
Yeah.
It premiered today, and it's good. I mean. It's nostalgic for me, and my kids liked it. So I mean, it's pretty good. Something you watch.
Is it the style of? Is it a new style or is it?
The artwork's a little bit different, but the theme is kind of the same. You get all the characters. It's not like where they did Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and then it went from being like kids from 6 to 10 now, or even pre-teens for the Clubhouse. Now Mickey Mouse Clubhouse they revamped it to preschool basically.
So you saw Ninja Turtles when we were a kid, and you saw the new Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
The change, is that kind of how the DuckTales changed?
No, it's way better. You'll stick with the DuckTales more.
Is it closer to the original?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. But it's just like the artwork. The theme overall is the same. The thing with the Ninja Turtle thing, the theme wasn't exactly the same on that. You didn't get the same feeling.
Right.
You watch an episode, it's like, I don't know. This you get a little, because they even keep the same theme song. But it's different. They've updated it, but it's great.
Bullet up my heart.
But yeah, I think you can do a premium service and do it that way, and maybe get people in there. Of course, they'll do a free trial, things like that. But if you want to sell me stuff, I mean that's fine. If you want to try to do commercials in there and sell it to me, but I don't want to pay for another app. I mean, your cord cutters are not going to want to pay for another app because that's the reason they're getting away from satellite.
Because overcharging
people, because you're getting overcharged. Mm-hmm. You want to go to a smaller service. You want to have a smaller bill. So, if we got to pay, if now we've got to have Hulu, we've got to have for certain shows, we've got to have Netflix for certain shows, we got to have this Disney app for certain. So, when does it stop?
No,
so it'd be great. So I'm interested to see what happens, but I'm a little sad that a lot of stuff's going to be leaving the Netflix.
Yeah, I mean Netflix has their. I mean, here's the deal: is that they have their service down. Mm-hmm. It works good. With net neutrality, so open it in the air, and Netflix pulled out. Mm-hmm. You suck for that, by the way. We don't know what's going to happen, and so Disney making a whole new app. It's just I don't know. Mm-hmm. And what's weird is that I thought they were trying to consolidate some stuff down. For instance, now they've announced that they don't make any of their own video games. They're going to sub out all their video games. They're going to have other studios make it. They closed all their studios. Mm-hmm. And sold them, but then they kind of having the same studios make them. So I thought they were trying to get out of this production.
You're talking about Disney?
Yeah.
Well, outside of say Epic Mickey and the Kingdom Hearts games, I don't really know of any Disney games I can think of that wasn't old.
What's the last one that they? Oh, they just had a new. Well, it's old, but they just had a new reboot, not a reboot. A refresh of DuckTales.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago.
Chippendales Rescue Rangers. Was it a couple years ago?
Yeah, I don't know about the Chippendales.
And Kingdom Hearts is huge. It's coming out soon. So, people are super stoked about it.
Yeah, but that's also made by. It's made by a different company. Like Disney's name on it, but Square Enix.
Yeah.
Is that who does that? I'm not 100%.
So.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of the Netflix and Disney, what is your binge worthy? Things. What's your top 5? If the people want to know, like Jeremy, there's nothing on TV right now. We don't have anything till October. What should we watch?
My list, top 5 list. Number 1, which is going to vary.
So we're going to do top 5.
Let's do top 5.
Okay, let's do top 5. I'll tell you what. Let's start from 5. You give yours.
Okay.
And then I'll give mine. We'll just go kind of back and forth.
All right. Number 1, Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Narcos. About the life of Pablo Escobar and the drug trade is really good. Sucks you in. Number 3 is Orange is the New Black. And I'm not even really a huge fan of it, but
I tried it. Erica watched it.
Yeah, it's something I can watch with my wife. She really liked it, so yeah, it was fine. I mean, it's not it's not necessarily my thing, but it was good. Number 4, How to Make a Murderer, and that should probably be up higher because that sucked me in so good.
I got to about 9 episodes, and I just kind of lost interest.
I mean, you can't. I gotta finish the story, man. You gotta finish the story. Next one up is Breaking Bad.
Erica loved that.
I never watched it on A&E. I waited until it was all out because that's how I like to do it now. And I just powered straight through it. And I wish I would have not played on my phone so much. You play on your phone when you watch Netflix?
When I watch Netflix, I have, but it's mainly shorter shows that if I watch on my phone, maybe a comedy.
No. What I'm saying is, when you're sitting there and you're at the couch, you're watching TV, you play on your phone.
Of course, yeah.
I do that, but then I don't get the full.
Yeah.
I miss
now it depends on what show it is. If there's something that I've got to pay attention to, like you said, Stranger Things, I didn't touch my phone because I was there.
Yeah. Well, I played on my phone so much on Breaking Bad. I got to get better about that. I got some attention disorder. And that was 5. Honorable mention. I'm bringing it back to the DVDs. I don't even know if it's streamable, but Smallville.
It's on Hulu.
Is it? Okay, I love Smallville.
You can get it on Hulu.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Power through the DVDs.
Mm-hmm. I liked it last couple seasons when they started doing they started getting closer to Superman. They got Lois Lane in there. Yeah. I kind of dropped that because that was in a time of my life where I didn't watch a whole lot of TV, and there wasn't streaming at that time either.
Yeah.
You either bought it on DVD or you watched it when it came on, or you got the reruns later. But it wasn't, it wasn't easy access like it is now. So, but my top 5. Start with number 1, Supernatural. Love it. It's one of the best shows that they've got on there.
Never seen it.
It's so great. Now, a lot of people like 1 through 5. Seasons 1 through 5 because it was meant to stop. They didn't think that they'd go after season 5, so that kind of where the story wraps up that they're doing there. But some of my favorite episodes come after that as well, so it's definitely bingeable, and you get a lot of episodes of that. I think it's a 22 episode season. They're hour long, so if you've not got anything to watch, you've got Supernatural to keep you for a weekend. Yeah. So that's gonna get you there, and then. What is that next thing?
Muppet? Mutant?
Oh, the Marvel shows. I was like, what is that? I couldn't figure it out. But anyway, the Marvel shows. Okay, I could not narrow it down to one because the way I look at the Marvel shows, and I'm talking about Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, they're all different seasons of the same show. We'll say they're anthologies of it. They still follow the same theme, the same characters interact with each other, and now we're getting the Defenders. So I say starting with Daredevil, that'd be your season 1 of these, these shows, and then you continue it out until Iron Fist, which is probably the least liked, but it's still good. I mean, it's not horribly bad, but it is hard to sell a dude with a yellow fist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to do.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem they had with that show is every show was something else, and they just happened to have superpowers. Like Jessica Jones was like a detective noir show, and she just happened to have superpowers. Daredevil was more of a gritty cop show, and he just happened to be Daredevil, a superhero taking him down. Same thing with Luke Cage. He was just a guy, a black man trying to make it in society where he's been pushed down and he's been, harassed and different things. He's spent time in prison for something he didn't do, things like that. So kind of part, he does part redemption that he doesn't really have to do on that. So all those different seasons of that. And the one that not a lot of people are going to know about is called the IT Crowd. Now when you see it, you're probably thinking the It Crowd. No, watch it. It's the IT Crowd. It's a British show. So anybody that's watched British television know they're short seasons, and they call them series instead of seasons. So I think there's like 4 series in it, and each one of them has maybe 6 episodes.
Okay.
So you can just power through that real quick. It's one of those good ones that you can sit if you're in a waiting room or something like that. Put your earphones in though, and watch. Now on Hulu, Rick and Morty. That I just powered through it. Like it was fun. I hadn't watched it, but there was a lot of great buzz, and season 3 was coming up, so I wanted to try it out. And it's witty. There's a little bit of heart to it, but it's covered up with a lot of different jokes, but you still see it. And then Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers is one that everybody loves. You heard us talk about it on our unboxing show. there's so many good episodes, and there's some that's my favorite, like Franz School for the Gifted and things like that. Watch those episodes drop in and out. Honorable mention, I'm going to go ahead and take 2 on this. One is Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who, so if you can get in that, if you're like, I don't know if I can get into all this Doctor Who stuff, watch Blink. Go to it, find the episode Blink, watch it. I think you'll be into it. And then the other one, what have I got written down there? Can you say it? Because that camera's blocking me. 70s Show. I put the 70s Show there because that's one of the wife watches. What's great about the 70s Show is I don't have to watch every episode. She's watching it. I drop in and out. I may have to ask her why the chick's hair is blonde instead of red now, but other than that, it's very easy to just drop in and out of that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things. If you're playing on your phone, got it on in the background, whatever. So that's good. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up.
That wraps it up. I think we got it. If anything else you guys want us to talk about, let us know. We're looking to get another box. So if there's one that you're interested in,
subscription box.
Let them know. Yeah. If you want us to review it, right now we're kind of looking at Geek Fuel, maybe Loot Crate DX. But with DX, what's going to happen is, say we're going to get one box that's going to have certain stuff in it. We're going to have the same type of stuff, but there's going to be better quality. So where you might get clothing. You're going to get 2 articles of clothing, things like that. You're in a household good.
And the franchise is the same.
But we know that that's quality, though. We know that we're going to get something great from that.
Yes.
We're not worried about if we're going to get something that's like, I don't know if I want this.
Yeah.
So let us know if there's something you want us to try out. If there's another one, just place it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And remember, we buy these boxes ourselves. So if you put one on there that's really expensive, we probably won't look at that one. It'd be later on if somebody wants to start sponsoring us. So. We're here. But like, subscribe, share, let everybody know. If you like the video, let them know. All right, guys, we'll see y'all later.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.